You see, when it comes to freelance consulting, everybody get excited when I talk about this topic, but here's the thing. How can we actually start freelance consulting? I'm going to give you 3 steps on how you can start freelance consulting right away without spending much money. In fact, no money involved. And hopefully it can actually help you get your first clients almost instantly. Okay, now the first thing first really is about creating an offer. You see, when it comes to offer means, what is the package or what is the service that you are selling? And if it's a service that you're selling, how do you price the service? It's really something that takes a little bit of perfecting to do. Say, for example, if you're doing, like for me, I'm actually a Facebook ads consultant, a Facebook ads optimization consultant. So what I do is I work with my clients to optimize the Facebook ads campaign on a weekly basis. And then eventually we meet weekly, and then after that I'm going to review the campaign for my client, and eventually I'm going to advise them on what are the steps that you can take in order to make the campaign perform better. So this is really the essential things that I do. So when it comes to offer, you really have to craft an offer from what you are really good at. That's why when it comes to freelance consulting, it's not for everyone, especially if you do not have an expertise, you do not specialize in something. I wouldn't recommend that you start here. You actually should start as a service provider first. Like for example, before I started doing this, I actually started as an agency whereby I help people manage their Facebook ads campaign. So it's a lot of work, but essential and substantial amount of learning. From there, it makes me ready to be a consultant right now. So it's the steps that you have to take. So the reason why we talk about consulting here is because we want to take a different role and we want to actually be valued in a different way. So this is really for. So when it comes to the offer creation, you really have to understand is what are we achieving with your help right now. So you got to be crystal clear about that. So for me, it's Facebook ads optimization. So if your case is to help your client be a brand building consultant, for example. So your role is really to actually guide your client to build a better brand for your business. And you got to be really crystal clear about what is the offer itself. What are the deliverables involved? So this takes a little bit of brainstorming, especially if you're doing this alone. It can be quite difficult. So what I did was when I was crafting my offer, first thing first, I talked to my clients. That's one part that I actually get a lot of so-called essential input from them. And on top of that, I will also share with my peers, and probably I want to get some input from them. So these are the things that you can actually reach out to some of your peers and all that and see what are the things that you do. You can always refer to those people who have been around for a while and look at how they offer and all that. You can actually position it towards your market, and you price it the way that you are more comfortable with. Like not everybody would charge, $1,000 an hour. I mean, I've seen somebody actually price that way, but you got to be reasonable to the market that you're serving. And what would be the best price point to start? You can always start at the moderate but comfortable kind of range, and you can always scale up whenever you're ready. So this is really something that you need a little bit of perfecting to do, but essentially start with the right offer is really the key. So really craft an offer. It doesn't need to be very complicated. I would always recommend to start simple and small. Okay, craft it for one single person. Always do this. When you're crafting an offer, think about one person and think about what this person needs and build something for them. That's it. Okay, that should be the way. And price it in a simple way that you can actually tell them about the entire offer within one sentence. It doesn't have to be complicated. It shouldn't be. All right. So this is the thing. So once you have your offer ready, the next thing you do is you reach out to those people who might need your services. Okay, this is not difficult. To be frank, this is one of the best way to get client. Okay, which is because like I mentioned just now, when you're crafting an offer, you craft to one person. So in that sense, right, you actually have a person in mind that you want to sell this offer to. So just reach out to them and say that, hey, I know you are doing Facebook advertising, and I have started an offer, which is I've started a service, or I started a program where I call it the optimization program, which I work with you directly one-on-one to take your Facebook ads performance to the next level. Would you like to talk about it? Would you like to have a discussion to talk about it and see whether we can actually work together? Usually work. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is if you want to actually get more people to know about what you do, what I do is I would recommend that you share with your peers, okay, especially those who are in your industry. Like, for example, what I do is because I have an email list, I always share with my email list, and I will announce it on my Facebook page. And this is where I actually get a word out. And of course, my YouTube channel, I do my regular sharing on my YouTube channel, my original one, which is the one that has, gotten me a lot of good quality clients and still getting me a lot of good quality clients up to today. So you have to actually share with as many people as you can. And really, it's all about marketing. So basically, the whole idea here is, you want to actually find the easiest way to get your first few clients right away. Because to be frank, when it comes to offer creation or even building the business for freelance consulting itself, the perfection really happens when you start working with people, because all this input, all this experience working with different clients will give you different, different perspective. And from there, you can actually slowly perfect your business. To be frank, in my opinion, freelance consulting, or rather consulting in a way, is actually one of the easiest business to start, because technically there is no cost involved. Technically, there is no so-called any building elements needed. Bottom line is probably you need a website or some of the social media channels, which is very quickly you can actually get it up. So it's very easy to sell. But then again, you have to always believe that this is a business that is easy to start, but it takes time to perfect. So don't really overthink about, you want to get everything ready or perfect to actually get started. You just get started. That's what I really want to recommend. So do that, create an offer, reach out to prospect and share with your friends. And these are the 3 steps that you can do. And lastly, there is another one, which is I always recommend that when a person who wants to start freelance consulting, you have to think about this. Essentially, you are starting to build a brand for yourself. So when it comes to brand building, consistent marketing is really the key. Okay, consistent, continuous marketing is actually the essential key to help you build your credibility. Like for me, back then when I was doing my Facebook ads training or even my agency, one of the biggest challenges I faced was I always get clients asking me this question: why should I choose you over someone else? It's a very, very annoying question. I think you believe, I think you know that. I think you will agree with me. So how did I couldn't actually, at one point I was so frustrated with this kind of question. I really didn't like pitching, especially when I pitched to, new clients. But after I built my YouTube channel and it was really biting the bullet and really pull through. For the first few months posting on YouTube, I didn't get any results and I didn't get any, feedback. A lot of my videos went 0 views, crickets and all this. I don't get anything. But because I kept doing it, and eventually when you start getting some, when you have built certain amount of content in there, people start viewing you as an expert. So once I established my YouTube channel, I don't get this kind of question anymore. So when people come to me, they would find me on YouTube first or Google and all that, watch the video and they feel, this is really the guy that I want to work with. And when they come to me, they're totally ready to become a client. So marketing takes you long way. So you really have to think about what would be the best place for you to build your marketing and what's the most comfortable way for you to build your marketing. It's really the key that you have to think about. I have a lot of marketing elements in place, like my YouTube channel, my website, SEO, and then my email marketing, and all these are the things that I really put a lot of effort in terms of constantly and continuously creating content to make sure that it delivers the result that I need to grow my business. So these are the few simple things that you need to get right in order to start your freelance consulting. So here's the thing. If you need help in any part of the whole thing, seriously, like I mentioned just now, it's actually a lot easier when you get somebody who have done it to give you one piece of recommendation or advice can actually help you save a lot of time, money, and effort into building your freelance consulting business. So just in case if you need help, whether it's crafting your offer, perfecting your marketing strategy, troubleshooting your whatever lead generation program and strategies and all this, I would like you to scan this QR code, and this will take you to my Fiverr gig where you can actually buy me a dinner and we can spend 30 minutes or over Zoom to discuss anything you want to talk about when it comes to building your freelance consulting business, be it offer, being marketing, anything. All right. You could even talk about what do we call productivity kind of thing, like what would be the best tool to use for automation, email marketing, anything. If you need help, just scan this QR code and I look forward to work with you.